Hello technical analysis fans, this is Coach Victor here at Safehouse, and today I want to cover the Bitcoin price action as it is getting very exciting at this critical level. Let's check it out. All right, then let's get into it. Here we have the Bitcoin chart on the 4-hour time frame on Bybit BTC USD pair. And as you can see, something very interesting has already happened this morning. It's happening during the market sit rep. We were covering this live, and it was very, very interesting because price just took out the high from Friday the 24th of November. In other words, the previous week high. This is a pivot that I regularly mark on the charts, especially when price gets back close to it, to see if it manages to go above, in this case, and beyond it, or price fails to stay up there and instead reverses. In this case, the reversal was very quick and very swift and immediately went back to the session VWAP. And now on the 4-hour, we see that it is continuing slowly but surely to develop to the downside. You can already see that I have the daily open mark. That's also an important level to keep in mind. Here's the first point I want to make. Before things like this happen, so for example, this morning as I was preparing for today's possible price action, I was making a plan for upside and downside. Why? Because nobody knows what's going to happen next in the market. So you need to be prepared to know what are you going to do or not going to do when price reaches one level or the other, depending on what your plan is, your trade setup, and your area of interest. Yeah? You have to pick your battles. You can't trade everything all the time. And there's a lot of assets out there. It's not just Bitcoin. So this was one of the areas. You can see the alert has already been triggered. One of the areas of interest. And another one of the areas of interest that I have is a daily level. This one right here. Yeah, I'm going to mark it right there for you. And that at 37,256 is also an area of interest. Why? Well, because if we zoom out a little bit, we see that basically since the end of October, which was actually mid-October was already very impulsive higher. Price has managed to continue to make higher highs and higher lows. Even with this retracement here in mid-November, price still manages to continue to push higher and higher, make a new high, and today, just now, make another new high. So the bullish momentum and impulse is still there. Even if locally, price pulls back every time it tries to go for that high. That's okay, that's fine. That doesn't have to be bearish on the higher time frame. Locally, of course, it does offer opportunities for a short trade, for example. And here's a very simple, or two very simple concepts that you can already use. One, the daily level, the horizontal that I just marked. Two, the Fibonacci retracement from low to high. Yeah. Now we have the George special, or the 7-1, lining up with the daily level perfectly. So this is a fantastic area of support that I can use if I'm in a short position, for example, to realize profits. And if I see the reaction, very important, that I want to see, perhaps enter a long position. Whether I do that or not depends on the factors such as how many people are entering the market, exiting the market, and what time of the day is it. These are concepts that are very important. This is the kind of stuff that we cover in the Safehouse Vanguard in detail and teach you to use it yourself so that you can make your own decisions. Yeah, that's the point of the whole thing, that you learn to do this stuff on your own and don't have to rely on anyone ever again to make your own decisions about possible trade setups. So today is a very special day because it's Wednesday. We have the opening bell session. That means that half an hour before the New York Stock Exchange opens, we will be live on Discord, George as well, covering the action, the price action on this asset and other assets, whichever ones are interesting and offer possible trade setups, and talk about how we are seeing things. So if you're interested in that, check out the link in the description below and join us for the opening bell session today. All right, so now we've covered the price target to the downside that could be reached and which could be very, very nice support for a possible retracement intraday. But what if price starts going higher above the previous week high? Well, possible target levels are these two daily levels up here. These have been around for a while, but they're still there and untapped. So price could get a reaction from those, especially from the 40K one, because it's also the psychological 40K level for Bitcoin. This is the kind of stuff that we're going to be paying close attention to today and tomorrow as well, as we do expect some volatility around a very specific time. I've also covered the different session times in a previous video, so make sure you check that out. And if you want to join us for today's opening bell session, we do have currently a 2-week free trial going on with limited spaces where you can check everything out inside the Safehouse Vanguard and see for yourself if the extra detail of information is something that is useful for you. The link is in the description below. And if you like this video, it would really help us out a lot if you hit the like button and subscribe. Hope to see you later for the opening bell session during the New York trading session. Bye bye, take care.
Elevate your mastery in trading and discover what you're capable of in the markets. Join the Safehouse Vanguard today.